Panificadora Elisa, Lojas Fórum, PAD Blocos de Concreto.
Ricardo Collyer Busines tem o prazer de anunciar a nossa parceria com a cultura inglesa. Ela vai nos oferecer bolsas de estudo para você que está preparando-se para a Copa do Mundo, estar capacitado e apto para falar. É um curso especial, preparatório, se chama Say It e foi elaborado pela editora da cultura inglesa. Acompanhe nos próximos programas como saber mais sobre essa parceria entre Ricardo Collyer Busines e cultura inglesa. Olá, Manaus! Você já teve o sonho em morar nos Estados Unidos, em poder ter um apartamento em Miami, ou quem sabe uma casa? Bom, o programa de hoje vai trazer para vocês informações sobre o mercado imobiliário. Converso hoje com o Charles Simmons, ele que é um broker, um agente imobiliário, e vai trazer informações sobre o mercado de Miami. Quanto custa para alugar um apartamento ou comprar uma casa, imagens muito bonitas e um programa com bastante informações sobre o mercado imobiliário de Miami. Não saia daí! Olá, Manaus! Estamos aqui diretamente em Miami. Viemos visitar um escritório que trabalha com imóveis, é um real estate. Esse aqui ao meu lado é Charles Simmons. Ele trabalha com isso há mais de 8, 10 anos e ele vem desenvolvendo um trabalho muito sério. E bom, Charles, thanks for having me in your office.
Oh, thank you for coming. Welcome.
Before anything, I would like you to describe what happened with the clash of the real estate. They impact the whole world. What's the particularities? What happened?
The banks were over lending money to everybody who wanted a house as a second home or even as an investment. They were over lending money. Also, the developers were coming. Developers from all over the world were coming to Miami and taking advantage of this opportunity that the banks were providing. Everybody at the same time, what they call here a herd effect, came into place, which is what everybody starts listening to what everybody's doing, and everybody does the same thing at once, at one time. Speculation is a big part of this, okay? So what a lot of developers and also people who actually bought these units were speculating, like you say, to buy a place and then make money in the long run, okay? So that is basically the term speculation. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in the future, but the way the economy and the lending was going, you know, it caused the market right now to collapse, to crash. Back in 03, now 03 to 06 and 07, we saw an appreciation which was just completely unrealistic. Appreciation.
Going up.
They went up from 200, 300% returns that you never saw before in your life. When you have a lot of supply at once, it causes the market to go down because you have a lot of offer, a lot of supply. It's a basic law of supply and demand. Okay, the demand was here, so banks were lending money, everybody's making money, and at the end, when it's time to sell, you have thousands and thousands of condominiums coming at the market at once.
You buy an apartment today that is worth $100,000, so you have a mortgage according to this $100,000.
That is correct.
And then because of so many in the market, this 100,000 unit, it's not worth it 100,000 anymore. It's worth it, let's say, 80,000.
And then 50,000, and then 40,000, because it's so variable.
Collapse sold that.
Because it's so variable, because you got a variable rate from the bank. The bank will only lend you money according to the property value at the time. If the bank could not lend you money for that period of time and the property value at that time, you had to come up with the difference to pay the mortgage. A lot of people could not come up with the difference, therefore your house went under foreclosure. One of the worst times was 08, 2009. There were thousands of foreclosures coming in at once. But at the same time, it gave a chance to overseas investors with the cash now, because banks are not lending money anymore because of this problem.
Before we got into the clientels, the people that came to surplus the crisis, talk about your business. What do you do, Richard? You're here in Miami. You help people with real estate. What exactly? It's your office. What do your office do?
Well, basically, my office right now, we're consultants. Okay, we offer the information that the customer needs in order for them to make their best decision as possible. Right now, I'm representing a lot of people from the Northeast, from Boston and New York, who need a second home, for example. You know, it's always the weather.
It's called the snowbirds.
What they call the snowbirds, that's correct. And they use it as a second home. If they need to rent out the place throughout the summertime, I can do that as well for them. But now is basically the best time to buy because the prices are 40%, 50% below what they used to go for. And this is definitely giving a chance to customers from all over the world, South America especially also. A lot of Brazilians coming in here and are buying these properties cash. And because they come in with the cash, they're even getting even better discounts. To work a little bit more efficiently, I would like to meet with the prospect from Brazil, see it a little bit more on what he needs. To determine the need of somebody is the most important thing, because that way I'll give it a better understanding in the future what he wants to do with the actual property he buys. So if he wants to use it as a second home, or even as an investment to rent it out, eventually, you know, he would sell it. Those are different cases that I have to monitor first in order for me to help him the best way as possible. So I have products from all price ranges, depending again on your need and your budget, which is very important.
That was my question. A one-bedroom apartment, a studio apartment, comfortable studio apartment in the area, how much?
A comfortable studio apartment, depending also, you have to think of the year of the building, first of all. Obviously, newer building, the prices tend to be a little bit higher than older buildings. But on the other hand, you can find an older building which is very well maintained and still in the best area of Miami, from a studio apartment from $80,000 to $200,000. Also, you have to think about the view, the condition of the property, etc., which all plays a role in the value of the real
unit.
estate.
So, Charles, you talk about Brickell Ave, you talk about the new downtown.
That's correct.
What are the hottest spots besides those two?
Right now, my areas of expertise and my main areas of focus are Key Biscayne, Brickell Key, and downtown.
Brickell Key.
Yes, Brickell Key is an area which is adjacent to Brickell, which is a separate island community. It gives it a little more sense of privacy, a little more exclusive, because just being an island, it gives it more exclusivity as far as, you know, property values also that are actually maintained a little higher. They have fantastic views because they're right on the island, and you have, you know, a broad view of actually the whole bay, the whole water. There are beautiful properties there though, so not necessarily property values there are higher. Key Biscayne would attract a lot of people from the Northeast and South American families also. They come down here and want to relax in a beautiful place next to the beach. The area of Brickell is more of a financial center. You have a young professional coming to Brickell. You have the famous Mary Brickell Village, which has brand new cafes and restaurants and shopping centers, which is really attracts a lot of people from all over the world. And you have the area of downtown, which right now with the new Museum of Modern Art, I was telling my friend Ricardo earlier, they have brand new condominiums at fantastic prices right now also throughout the whole downtown corridor. So.
Então vamos seguir aqui diretamente de Miami, vamos mostrar um pouco mais como funciona o mercado imobiliário, que vem crescendo muito, principalmente com europeus e norte-americanos de Nova York, Massachusetts, e também nós brasileiros que estamos consumindo e comprando muitos imóveis aqui. Vem comigo, vamos conhecer Key Biscayne.
Muito obrigado.
Panificador Elisa. Há 28 anos em Manaus, a Panificador Elisa oferece com requinte e qualidade diferentes itens nos serviços de café, pães, confeitaria, doces, salgados e produtos regionais. Se você ainda procura um lugar para almoçar, já encontrou. Abrimos para o almoço todos os dias e no domingo, a partir das 13 horas. Realizamos seu evento com a escolha do melhor buffet. Panificador Elisa. Cardápio variado com sabores requintados. Avenida Humberto Calderaro Filho, Antiga Rua Paraíba, número 20, Andrianópolis, 3236-2869 ou 3642-9377.
A PAD Artefatos de Concreto trabalha no desenvolvimento e produção de pavers, blocos de concreto, meios fios e pisos de qualidade para grandes e pequenas obras. Seguindo as normas da ABNT, com fornecedores certificados, a PAD tem o orgulho de participar do processo avançado de desenvolvimento da cidade e de sua obra. PAD, ideias inovadoras na construção. 9128-5554.
Ricardo Collyer Busines tem o prazer de anunciar a nossa parceria com a cultura inglesa. Ela vai nos oferecer bolsas de estudo para você que está preparando-se para a Copa do Mundo, estar capacitado e apto para falar. É um curso especial, preparatório, se chama Say It e foi elaborado pela editora da cultura inglesa. Acompanhe nos próximos programas como saber mais sobre essa parceria entre Ricardo Collyer Busines e cultura inglesa.